What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about one from Anchor Bay Entertainment, and it is My Blind Brother. So this one stars Nick Kroll as a kind of exasperated brother who has been his blind brother's keeper since they were kids because they were messing around in a diving contest, and his brother, played by Adam Scott, ended up blind in it. So Nick Kroll feels, very responsible for that and obligated to keep helping him, with all of his different pursuits, even though he's really very resentful about the whole thing as well. Adam Scott's kind of into all these athletic pursuits and charitable pursuits, and everybody kind of sees him as this, very, likable, respectable guy, but he's actually kind of a douche. And whenever Jenny Slate plays a girl that comes in between them, and this like toxic love triangle begins, and all this takes place while the two brothers are training for a swim event to raise money for blind people. So this movie's okay. It's definitely watchable, but I expected a lot more out of it, especially since, all three of the leads, Adam Scott, Nick Kroll, and Jenny Slate are all like ideal for a dark comedy. And sometimes it does work, and I think it works a lot better because they're here, but I think the material is kind of weak here. It never really goes for broke as far as, going to the darker side of humor. It just kind of plays it safe and stays in the middle. There's a few, especially when it comes to the family dysfunction, that things get a little bit dark, and the way that Jenny Slate's character's mind works is a little bit messed up at times. But I never really felt like they really went for the jugular and really, really pushed, the boundaries of what they could get away with. This is especially evident toward the end of the movie, whenever things soften greatly in order to, give us this kind of lesson. I didn't like that at all. I thought it definitely lost its balls toward the end of the movie, especially. Even though it never really pushed things too much, it definitely kind of gave up and shoehorned in, some sentiment that it definitely didn't earn throughout the movie. It kind of spends some time on developing the brother bond, but not enough to cash in on any kind of sentimentality toward the end of the movie. In the end, I think the only real reason to check this out is if you're a fan of any of the three leads. They're all given tons of screen time. It's interesting to see these actors given the prime roles, because normally they're part of a supporting character in an ensemble piece. But they're all geared for this kind of dark humor, and it works well when they're allowed to really go for it, but that doesn't happen too often, unfortunately. But if you like dark humor, or you like Adam Scott, Nick Kroll, or Jenny Slate, give it a look. Just keep your expectations in check. And, like I said, it's watchable, but it's just the kind of movie that you don't think about once it's over. And I can't imagine that I'll ever want to revisit it, just because it's just not all that funny or all that interesting, really. That's my review of My Blind Brother. If you want to read a full write-up, you can go to markfusion.com and check that out. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch if you want to check out what I'm doing in any of those places. You can also go to Letterboxd, where I diary everything that I'm watching, so you can get an idea of what might be coming to the channel soon. But the best way to help me out is just to hit that sub button, like I always say. Free, easy, direct way to support me, helping to keep watching all these movies, keep making all these videos, talking to you guys about these movies, which obviously I love to do. Another way is to watch the old videos. There's not a lot of super mainstream comedies like this in the list, but there's a lot of dark comedies and weird offbeat comedies in there. So if there's anything that catches your interest, check those out and know that you're really helping me out by doing that. Sorry, this one was kind of short, but there's really not a lot to say about it. It's just kind of a slightly below average comedy that's worth it if you like the stars, and that's about it. So that's Blind Brother. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.